Hey guys, welcome to 24. We made it. The end of 23 into 24 felt like this squeezed hole or tunnel that we're all pushing through to get to this new energy, right? And for each of us, what we were pushing through is unique and different. But the theme of it is such a huge amount of old self, of old consciousness, of old density. It was the amount of it and the depths of it is why it felt so like we were fighting for our lives to get here. And so these new energies, as you know, have just begun. And I just wanted to talk about how things look for me right now, how I see things, and what Spirit wants to do for this session. So the beginning of 2024 that we're in right now looks to me like these fractals of light. There are all these different, almost like light quotients of consciousness, because light and consciousness is the same thing, right? It's the frequencies of consciousness that make it lighter, brighter. So 24's new consciousness that is arriving, that is here, is coming from both outside of us, from the earth, and inside of us. And it's different levels of light, of consciousness, in energies that we've never experienced before, levels of consciousness we've never experienced before. As these new fractals of consciousness, of light, are surfacing, because they're already there, right? They're surfacing outside of us and within us. What is happening is really unlimited. So I'm going to describe a few things. As the new is coming in, the old doesn't just go away. As the new comes in, the old, or the denser consciousness, or the lower vibrational consciousness that we've lived in and that's been inside of us, right? There's a lot happening in that. It's being met by these new fractals of light. The new fractals of light, the new consciousness is like reflecting back higher consciousness to the older consciousness. The older consciousness is healing, transforming, alchemizing. Some of it is just going away to be replaced by the new consciousness. There's so much happening in the beginning of this year to create the new, to come in and embody, as the old is, old ways, old consciousness is, it's transforming. I can't just say it's going away. It's literally transforming, and it's becoming aware of itself and shifting and changing to be what it needs to be now. And some of that does need to just go away. Some doesn't. It needs to be in existence in a different way. All of that's happening inside of us now, inside of our bodies and our consciousness. And everything is still preparing and preparing to meet the new, because it's so fresh, it's so new, right? So as we get more into 2024, these fractals, these new fractals of light and of consciousness start to take up more and more and more and more and more space. And then the old, we could say, becomes more, we could say like slivers, versus right now they're still pretty big, right? The old is still there. So as we go through this year, the transformations will be massive, both inside of us and outside of us, because of these higher fractals of consciousness that are here now. As you know, as you go through your awakening, everything that is not the truth of who you are heals, transforms, comes up to be reconciled, balances, alchemizes. That is happening in 24 at a much, 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 much more rapid rate. So we're getting used to these new energies right now, right? So what Spirit wants to do for this session is like a spiritual bathtub. you're going to soak and just soak and soak in these new energies for you. Like, how is your system relating to these new energies? How is your system processing these new energies? How is your system transforming and alchemizing to be the new you of 2024? It's so individual how the system is taking in this energy and consciousness and then relating to it, you knowing how you feel with it, right? So this session really wants to help your system soak in the new that much easier, receive the new that much easier, help your system process this transformation that's going on right now of these 2024 energies. And then as we're in the bath, as we're soaking, your system will start then clearing out the old, transforming what it needs to transform, activate what it needs to activate, so you can embody these new 24 energies that much easier. As your system is doing that, that's where the teachings will come. That's where the guidance will come. That's where the understandings will come. It'll come from that presence, from that knowing. We don't have to figure it out. We don't have to search for it. We don't have to look for it. So anything that you're needing now is already inside of you, and it just needs to come forward at the right time, right? And so all the teachings are inside of you. And your system naturally knows how to be that and bring those forward. And so healing is from the inside out. Transformation is from the inside out. So as you transform, as you embody, that's where the guidance is. That's where the teachings are. That's where the teachings are. So it's like it all happens internally and internally and internally. And as you shift and change, the teachings come and the guidance comes of how to be, what to do, how to relate to these energies, how to navigate, what to create next in your life. It's all inside of you. So we're just going to help all that process and transform and embody and come through that much easier. So we just have a really deep spiritual soak, we could say, for this session. And yep, that's what I want to share. So brand new energies, man, as you know, and we're all figuring it out together. All right, my loves, I see you on Saturday night.